What's going on, Vape fam? It's Dave back with you from Married to the Mod. Today I'm going to have a little review on the Indestructible RDA from Jaybo and wismec. I picked this up at Web Vapes. Before we get into that, though, I want to give you a little update on the channel. Karen's going to be coming back into some more videos here. We're both going to kind of tag team the juice reviews. I am more of a cloud chaser. She's more of a flavor chaser. Therefore, you're going to get both of our opinions and kind of the best of both worlds. And also, just so you know, I'm going to be doing the majority of the hardware reviews. So we're going to have a lot of new stuff upcoming on our videos. I also want to thank everyone who's been tuning in, all the new subscribers, and all that stuff. Thank you very much. Without further ado, let me catch a vape. We're going to drop down low. I'm going to show you this RDA. Alright guys, we're back with you down low with the Indestructible RDA. This is the packaging that it comes in. wismec here. Indestructible. Their website. You're going to have that little scratch thing from wismec to prove it's authentic. Then it's just going to tell you what it comes with on the back here. So, I'm going to go ahead and pop this off. Pull this out. Now it does come with a couple of goodies. And get these out of here. Whatever, let's take the whole thing out. You're going to have some extra O-rings. And this does have both grub screws and Phillips head screws on it. So it's going to have a few spares of each. And here is the RDA. Nice little etched in Jaybo symbol here. Real nice. Let me see if I can't get that up close and in focus. Yeah, real nice there. I'll try and get that a little bit more in focus for you. So that is the RDA. On the bottom here, it's going to say wismec, licensed by Jaybo. Manufactured by wismec. Does have a gold adjustable 510 pin, or I shouldn't say gold, probably brass. I don't know exactly what it's made of, but it sticks out quite a bit. I mean, this is the RDA that supposedly comes with the noisy cricket, or doesn't come with it, but is suited for it. Nice top cap here, semi-chuff style, I guess you'd call it. You have that kind of concave top. There is some airflow in here, which I'm going to show you. And then with the RDA here, let's go ahead and pop off the outer ring. Now I do have a build in this, but I am going to change my cotton, seeing how it is a little worn. You're going to notice on this deck, it's not going to be very deep here on the juice well. I would say 3 millimeters maybe at most, maybe 4 deep. Hopefully you can kind of see that. But the thing I wanted to point out here is this is said to be a 4-post design, right? But this inside post doesn't have 2 separate holes. It's one solid ninja style post, I guess you'd call it. The reason for that is so you can fit your big builds in here. And this does have a large deck to build on. Now the reason for this kind of protruding up like that is so that you can cut that airflow off. And you can use this in both dual, there's your duals, and single coil. Sorry about the juice on there. These are 3 3mm holes on each side. And you can see right through it there. And then if you look in this one, you can see that that's for a single coil. Now this is going to have 2 3mm holes, and I would guess that's probably a 4mm hole. But you're going to see how you cut that one off right here. You have to line it up with this, and it's a close fit there. Alright? Just going to kind of line that up like so. And when you push that down, that's going to be cut off. There is no other way to shut down the airflow here. Also, on the deck itself, you're going to see these negative post holes from, I guess, what you can just see on this one here, is they're not a hole. It's kind of like a slit. You could actually put your wire right in between there and slide it right in. So when you're building it, it kind of makes it a little bit different. You kind of got to get used to it. You have to make sure that your wire is right up under that screw there. You can see that you're going to have grub screws up here, Phillips head screws on the negative post. But this in here right now is a 15 wrap dual stainless steel coil. So you're gonna have some room in here to build. But yeah, that right there is the build deck. Now let me show you the cap here. 4 holes on each side. Alright, now you're just going to unscrew this. Like so. And then you have this little ring. 4 holes on each side, and then right here on your top cap, you also have 4 holes. Now, you can leave it wide open. And I'll tell you, when you do use this thing, you can breathe right through it. You can do 3 holes, 2 holes, 1 hole, or you can shut it right off like that. We'll set it at 2 here. And screw this back on. Here is kind of a pain for this thing because there is no way to solidly hold this piece down. Alright? It does have these 2 little protruding, I believe it's made with stainless steel pieces here that catch it and hold it in place. But the tricky part is really lining it where you want it to line up, like so, and it's a little bit wider than where your O-ring is. And also I wanted to show you, if you notice this, you can see how there's kind of a divot right above the O-ring. The reason for that, I believe, is when you put this back onto the top cap, sometimes you're going to have juice on those O-rings or something. Well, you're not going to have juice flowing down your top cap because it tends to get caught into those little, I'm going to call it a juice well. And it doesn't kind of blot or, you know, shoot all over your top cap. So yeah, I'm going to kind of hold this and try to screw this down. So there we go, we're tight. And you can see I was trying to hold it right on 2 holes, but it's just a little off. You can mess with it a little bit before you completely tighten it to make sure that it's just right. But whatever. I usually have been keeping it with 2 holes open because the airflow is just too much. I mean, if you like a wide open, breathable airflow that you can just sit there and breathe through, this is the RDA for you. Nice wide bore, I'm going to call it a chuff cap, I guess. Yeah, chuff cap. And that concave part there, it's got to add to the flavor because the flavor is pretty good off this. Alright. Go ahead and zoom out a little here. Oops. So, yes, I have a dual coil in here, so I want to set it for dual coil. Go ahead, push it down on there. And this chuff, the nice thing about this top cap here is it slides in, has this, because of this airflow, it's got a little bit of knurling up there. Real easy to grab and take off, but not so easy that it's going to fall off or anything. The O-rings I noticed on this are really nice. So yeah, that is the Indestructible RDA. Let's go ahead and jump back out. I'll tell you what I do, what I don't like about it, and take a few vapes on it, and we'll let you get out of here. Alright guys, we're back with you up top here. I have this sitting on the Noisy Cricket, which I figured I'd do a separate video for this. You know, everyone that has the Indestructible doesn't have the Noisy Cricket, so that's the reasoning for that. But let me go ahead and take a few vapes on this. It does give you a really, really good hit. Lots of clouds with it. This is a series box, so you have to know what you're doing when you're building there. Don't want to build too low. The build I have in here, I believe, is right around a 0.45, maybe a 0.48. I can't remember exactly. But I just want to give a shout out here to Culture Vapor. I'm vaping on Tagged right now. I've also tried their Wild and their Heaven flavors, and this stuff is awesome. Flavor is great. Vapor production is great. Trying to get the full line together so we can do a full review on it. But if you haven't tried Culture Vapors, there's 3 different flavors in their line. I suggest you get out and try it. It's awesome stuff. This Tagged here is a apple cinnamon, it's a cinnamon apple donut. Now with this RDA, if you over drip, you're going to get a lot of spit back with it. A lot of spit back. It's not just with my build either. I've noticed with other builds, it's a really short RDA. But the spit back on it, if you over drip, you're going to get spit back. Flavor's good. Vapor production is good though. On to the pros and cons. Cons. When you have it in dual coil, you have those 3mm holes on each side. There's no way to adjust that. All that's on here is a top cap and the outer shell, or whatever you want to call this, outer top cap piece. I don't know. It's slipping my mind what it's called right now. But there's no airflow control on it. Big con in my book, mainly because I do like a open airflow, but this is just, it's too much. You can just sit there and breathe right through the thing. Pro, nice big build deck. I like the way that center post isn't a hole, but like a slit where both your screw contacts, you can slide your wire right under that and screw right into them. It makes for, you can put basically any size wire you want in here as far as I know. I've put 20 gauge in it and it's worked fine. The negative pins, they also have that little slit instead of a hole, so you slide your wire right in there and it fits really nice. Pro to it is the flavor is really, really good, and that's got to be due to this concave top here just kind of pushing that flavor up. Plus, you're going to have airflow hitting your coils directly from the sides, and then your airflow also comes in through the top. So you have airflow coming in like this and coming in like this. So it's all coming in and right up. So the airflow's got to be, well, that's obviously the reason for the vapor production, but I don't know if airflow adds to flavor so much, but the flavor is actually pretty impressive off of a cloud chasing Addy. Yeah, really good. The build, like I said, is like a 0.45. I'm getting a warm vape off of it. This is a series box, which is a big reason why you got to know how to build on it. The box is really nice. I'll get into that in a different review, though. So, yeah, that is the Indestructible RDA by Jaybo and wismec. Now you know about it. Remember, vape together, stay together.